In this video, we'll be talking about how to organize your medical supplies. And what do I do about my medical supplies that I all have. When you bring a trach and vent child home, you bring a bunch of stuff with them, tons and tons of boxes, and you're gonna get more and more boxes that'll be delivered the next day or the next day. And then if your child's on oxygen, you'll get tons of oxygen tanks as well. And where do I put all this stuff? I don't know. It's a lot. You've got your trach and vent kid who just came home and you're stressed about that, because you're now solely responsible for the child at your house, and now you got all this medical supplies. Once things settle down and you get things put away slowly, it'll be a lot, and the first couple weeks is going to be a lot. But organizing medical supplies. Some people have the extra space where their child can have their own room. So if your trach and vent kid has their own room, or like, it's not where they sleep, but it is their room, you can store the medical supplies in there, and that's really great. You can organize it. You can get cupboards and drawers and put things away. And because my daughter, my trach and vent child, sleeps in the kitchen, we don't have a room for her specifically. So we store some of her stuff in the living room. We have containers like this that are in cute shelves that store her clothing. Over here, we have, this was recommended to us by a respiratory therapist, was we get one of these. So it's basically just a shoe holder, and it holds all of our medical supplies. It is not labeled. We don't have labels on it, but it's we can easily see what's inside because the packaging is all clear, and that's very helpful for us. A dry erase board. A dry erase board is very helpful because you can put the formula up there, like the list of formula that they're taking, the medicines that they're all on, even like a nurse schedule. I also like to put up things like, when was the last time that the GJ tube was changed? When was the last time the G tube was changed? When was the last time the trach was changed? And when was the last time I ordered supplies? As your child is home, things get kind of crazy and things start moving, you just start losing track of things. You can only order supplies once a month, and I do it at the end of the month. Last week of the month, sometimes you can call a little bit earlier, which sometimes I do if I'm really busy that following week of the month, my day that I do it on. And back here we have, like, this is our whole medical corner, so this is our medical station. I'll make an updated video eventually once we do have a room for Emma and we have a better setup. But if you have no room and no space like us, then you can turn a corner of one of your current rooms into a medical station. It won't look the best, but it's accessible, and you don't have to like go downstairs or go to the cellar or to like buy. But some people do buy separate sheds and put them outside and store stuff in there, and that's their separate area, and that's a really good idea too. So just all about what the family wants, but this is what we do. And just a suggestion, if you want to turn a small area of your house into a medical corner. As you can see, we have a lot of stuff. I've got bags over there, like it's a vent bag, and then it's got another vent bag below it, and then we have there's our syringe container. It holds all of our syringes for all our medicines. And as everything is organized by 5 ml, 1 ml point, and then, the 15 ml, 10 ml syringes kind of thing. It just makes it easier when we draw up medicine. Right here we have a bottle sanitizer, but it also can be used to sanitize trachs, or it can be used to sanitize like syringes. If you don't use a lot of syringes, this is just really great to throw a bunch of syringes in and sanitize them. I have children that like to come and play with the cords, or they like to play with a lot of, like, there's a line down there. So we do have to reorganize this several times, a lot, but we organize a specific day of the week, so I don't worry about it because I know that it's going to get cleaned. It might not be cleaned today, but it'll be cleaned a different day. So there is a lot of things here, and they're all labeled, unless my child takes the labels off. So all the things are labeled, and we have, so this is not all of them as medical supplies, but this is how we keep them stored up here. The nice clear containers, they're easy to get out. And I actually asked my nurse to organize. I had already had organized everything, but she just went ahead and labeled everything, so that was a big help for us. You can get these at Walmart, or sometimes on Amazon. I'll have a link in my description for you all. And over there is a medicine container that holds all the medicine for Emma, and it's under lock and key. So that is that area. We also have the stander right here, which we store here. Sometimes we store her activity chair here as well, but right now it's next to the table, so she can sit with us when we eat dinner at the table. And then there's that. We put her in the bumbo over there. And then we use that big wedge there for her as well. Some of these things you'll find links under my account for, but they're really just really helpful and there's that list there. We use magnets to kind of make it cuter. As you can see, the little flower magnets. If you'd like to have some, I mean, if you have a boy, maybe get some like rocket ships or dinosaurs. It makes it look less medically in my eyes, so that's good. And over here, I don't have the container right now, actually. It's right here. But that container goes inside of here. But that's a conversation for another day, another video probably, because that is my food box that I bring when we travel places, which is where we put all of her cold medicines and her food when we travel, just so we have everything in the right place and everything stays good. I hope this video was helpful to you in knowing how to like store in a small space. If you do have nursing help or you set some time aside each week, but that's really hard, isn't it? So, especially when you do have young kids, they're always just helping you organize, and it's not that helpful. So, you can have a nurse do it when you're not home, or perhaps you could just like, I really just need this help. Can you just help me organize a couple things? So, I hope this video was helpful, and you're able to glean something from it. If you have some other tips and tricks on how to store stuff in a small space, please leave a comment and let me know. Would love to have your help in knowing how to store stuff in this amount of space. Thank you so much for watching. I will have some of these things, like the dry erase board, the magnets, and the cupboards, and even the medicine container. There's a lock on it so your kids don't get into it, your other kids. I'll have those links down below, and I'll have a link to a Amazon list that I have. If you're interested in the dry erase board, the magnets, the medicine box, or the storage containers down below, or the shoe storage thing, but we use it for all kinds of medicines, medical stuff. I have a link to a list down below with all these things in it that will be helpful to you. Please look at it, and there's also other things on my list. Please take time and look at it, and there also might be something else on there that you see. I've got stuff there for long hospital stays, which still happen. I've got stuff on there for long hospital stays, which still happens to trach and vent kids and trach kids because they're complicated, you know. And I got a couple other lists in there that you might really like. Thanks so much for watching. You have a good rest of your day. God bless.